Are you looking for the best pressure cookers? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best pressure cookers on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Instant Pot Rio. What we love, in testing, the Rio was incredibly easy to use out of the box. Simply fill the pot, lock the lid, hit the pressure button, and use up and down arrows to enter the cook time you need. The machine also features preset times for soup, meat, beans, rice, multi-grain, poultry, and eggs. In my years of Instant Pot ownership, though, I found that I mostly use the custom pressure setting with a cook time provided by the recipe I'm making. The interface on the Rio is intuitive to use and easy to read, no matter what settings you choose to use. The pressure releases easily at the end of your cook via a switch on top of the lid. In addition to performing perfectly in my pressure cooking tests, the Instant Pot Rio demonstrated even sautéing ability when caramelizing onions and produced a beautiful slow-cooked pork. The Instant Pot Rio was released in June 2022 as an upgrade to the Instant Pot Duo model. These are now the most basic models that Instant sells, though they can still pressure cook, slow cook, steam, and make rice and yogurt. The Rio also has a sleeker and slimmer body than the Duo while also providing increased cooking surface area. It features an anti-spin stainless steel pot, which makes sautéing and stirring easier. The Rio features convenient lid fins, plastic tabs on the side of the lid that slot into the looped handles on the base, so your lid can rest standing upright on the side of your machine rather than dripping condensation onto your countertop. The machine includes an unlined stainless steel pot insert, as opposed to a non-stick coated pot insert in many other electric pressure cookers. This is a great feature if you're concerned about the health risks of non-stick coatings, but it also simply means this machine is more durable. Non-stick coatings, whether made of PTFE or ceramic, will degrade over time and may scratch. The unparalleled user-friendliness, excellent design, and high-quality materials make this machine our top pick. Number 2. T-Fal Clipso Stainless Steel Pressure Cooker. What we love, stovetop pressure cookers are theoretically very simple devices. They're stainless steel pots with pressure-locking lids. In actuality, the machines can feel intimidating to use, and a lot of that is based on the machine's lid design. Testing pressure cookers involves a lot of maneuvering lids, fumbling to get them correctly aligned and make sure they're in the right place and properly locked and sealed. T-Fal wins against its stovetop competitors thanks to its very clever lid design. The machine features 2 large metal wings on either side of the lid, which hang over the rim of the pot. Push down on a large round button with the T-Fal logo on top and those wings come inward, clipping over the rim of the pot and locking the lid into place. To release the lid, you press a large red button protruding from the side of the top handle, and those wings cast outward again, freeing the top of the pressure cooker. The T-Fal also has an easy-to-use venting system. You turn a valve that protrudes from the top of the lid to a cook setting, labeled with a little carrot and piece of meat, when you're ready to use the machine, bringing it to pressure. When you're done and want to release the pressure, you turn the valve to the steam setting, and it releases hot moisture from the valve. This cooker's quality design doesn't stop at the lid. It also features a tri-layer stainless steel bottom, which means it offers excellent heat conduction. You'll be tempted to use the pot to caramelize onions or do other non-pressure cooking related tasks, because it's simply a well-made piece of stainless steel cookware. This machine is also virtually silent to operate. Many of its stovetop competitors involve teetering pressure gauges that rattle around on top of the machine, or emit loud whistles of steam throughout the cooking process. Another great feature, if you remove the gasket and the pressure valve, the T-Fal can also go in your dishwasher. Finally, it's got a very attractive price point. The T-Fal had the heavy-bottomed quality metal construction that we loved in its competitor from Fissler, but it was less than a third of the price at the time of writing. We've seen the price fluctuate on this machine, but generally it's under $100. Other stovetop pressure cookers in that price range featured far less sophisticated design features. What we'd leave, other reviewers have expressed concern that the lid on this machine didn't feel like it locked tight. The lid does feel a bit loose if you're shaking the machine back and forth. It doesn't have that secure locking feeling that other lids have. However, in all of my tests, cooking beans, whole chickens, and rice, I never had any issue with the machine not properly coming to pressure. In my experience, the lid looseness is simply a feeling, not an actual problem. If I were really nitpicking, I could also say that the lid's easy-to-use design does mean that it's bulkier than other stovetop machines. The button on top is bulky and makes the pot tall and harder to store. This pressure cooker is heavier than other models, which helps it heat evenly, though it makes it cumbersome for users who may want easier maneuverability. Number 3. Fissler Vitavit Pressure Cooker. Several design features take this above the rest of the stovetop pressure cooker competition. The pressure gauge is clever. It's a metal piece that rises and falls out of the top of the lid, which we did see on other machines. But, the Fissler's gauge is marked with stripes of green, correct amount of pressure, yellow, close to the right pressure, and red, pressure too high or low. It's easy to monitor and make sure you've got the heat right where you want it. The Fissler has a great lid locking mechanism that's clear and easy to use. It comes with helpful instructions and recipes that I ended up referencing when I set up other stovetop pressure cookers, and has a great pressure release button that's fun to use, though some people may find that it emits steam too close to their hands. Finally, it's made of high-quality materials, with a heavy bottom that's great for searing and caramelizing. However, at $300, the Fissler is more expensive even than all of the electric models, and it still requires finessing and constant monitoring to use. Number 4. Our Place Dream Cooker. The inner pot on this machine is coated with the signature millennial coated, direct-to-consumer ceramic non-stick material. It also comes in the dusty, powder-coated shades of that cookware contingent. I was skeptical that this machine would work well, given that it seemed mostly to innovate in the area of aesthetics. In the end, though, I was impressed with the Dream Cooker. This machine passed all of our cooking tests with flying colors, including the extra slow cooking test. It was easy to set up out of the box and get going. And the ceramic non-stick coating works very well. The pot on this machine was much easier to clean than its counterparts. If you love the look of this machine, rest assured that it will also serve you very well in all of your pressure and slow cooking endeavors. 3 things keep it from a top spot. The Wonder Cooker's interface is pleasingly minimal, but not always the clearest to read. Sometimes I got confused about whether or not it was, in fact, preheating. We have found that ceramic non-stick coatings don't last forever, so I have concerns about this machine's durability. And at $200 it's twice the price of our winning Instant Pot model. Number 5. Instant Pot Pro. This model offers a few upgrades on our winning Instant Pot Rio. Its inner cooking pot can be used on the stovetop and in the oven, and it has coated handles that jet out on the side, meaning you can immediately remove the pot without using oven mitts. It has more cooking functions than the Rio does, including sous vide capability. You can also operate the custom pressure setting at both high and low pressure, and it gives you the ability to save your own preset cooking times. It has a high-end LCD screen, and can be connected to and operated via your iPhone. The upgraded inner pot almost makes this machine worth the extra money. I absolutely love the stay cool handles and that I could use the pot on the stove. However, I found the interface confusing at times. The screen would indicate it was still preheating when it was actually pressure cooking. It's also supposed to have a quieter steam release than the Rio, but I actually found it to be louder. And once, I burned beans because I lost too much liquid during the cooking process. This was almost certainly user error, but it speaks to this machine being more difficult and less intuitive to navigate than its less expensive counterpart.